Good evening, everyone. First Alert StormTeam meteorologist Joseph Williams with your Valley News Now, tonight, tomorrow forecast, or rather, I should say, Valley News Now First Alert Weather Day forecast. On this special edition of our tonight, tomorrow forecast, I'm First Alert tracking our upcoming winter system that's going to bring snow, strong winds, and all kinds of impacts our way. So let's get right to the forecast to kind of show you what I mean. So basically, we are tracking a system that is heading our way. It's going to bring some impacts into our region as we, head into the next couple of days. We got a low pressure system off the west coast of the United States. So basically, it's going to be an impactful system, and it's going to bring that snow. It's going to bring the wind, and therefore, slick roads and other issues. So let's get right to the forecast to kind of show you what I mean. Tuesday, Wednesday, got a winter storm that's heading our way. It's going to bring rain and mix on Tuesday, and that mix will turn into snow Tuesday night into Wednesday. The heaviest snow is likely between Tuesday night and Wednesday afternoon, and we're also looking at strong winds on both Tuesday and Wednesday, with the strongest winds being on Tuesday. Some areas may see 6 inches of snow accumulation, if not more than that, and that snow accumulation will mainly be in the northern valley, with ice in the southern valley. Here's a look at our next weather maker to kind of show you what's going on. We got this complex low pressure system, and that's dragging moisture from the Pacific Ocean into California and the Rockies, leading to all sorts of rain and snow activity in the Rockies. And all this moisture is heading our way. It's going to basically dump the snow and rain into our region starting on Tuesday. And it's not until Thursday that the low pressure system here moves out of our region. So basically that low pressure system is moving east, and because of its track in a west to east motion, the bulk of the heavy snow will be north of I-94. So a winter storm watch is in effect for northeast North Dakota, the Red River Valley, and northwest Minnesota for all of Wednesday, 12 a.m. Wednesday to 12 a.m. Thursday. And that's because, again, that's where the heaviest snow is likely to be at. There's at least a 50% chance of seeing 6 inches of snow, if not more than that. And wind gusts will be as high as 35 miles per hour on Wednesday, where this yellow color is, where there are winter storm watches, and that's going to lead to some blowing snow, patchy blowing snow on top of heavy snowfall that will lead to snow accumulations. So basically, again, low pressure system sweeping into the northern plains on Tuesday and Wednesday, bringing that impactful weather our way. And here's a look at our First Alert forecast to First Alert time out the system. Starting the clock at 6 a.m., Tuesday morning will be quiet, just cloudy skies. By midday, though, we start seeing a few showers in the southern valley, and those showers get progressively heavier throughout Tuesday afternoon. In fact, by 3 o'clock, we could actually see a couple of downpours in parts of our region during that period of time. And in fact, don't be surprised if you hear a rumble of thunder or two from the rain as this low pressure system gets closer into our region. The rain gets progressively more heavy as we head into Tuesday evening. By around 6 to 7 o'clock, we may see some, wintry mix and snow popping up on our radar as temperatures get cooler throughout the day. So there's a small chance that as we head into Tuesday evening, we will see icing potential take place. By Tuesday night, the bulk of the rain and mix has transitioned into snow, and notice the white and dark blue colors. That implies some heavier snow coming down as we head into the overnight hours. So basically by Tuesday night, heading to Wednesday morning, we're looking at some heavy snow across our region, and that heavy snow will continue coming down well into your Wednesday morning commute. Notice that the bulk of the snow stays north of I-94, mainly impacting, say, like the Devils Lake Basin, Grand Forks, and parts of northwest Minnesota. And down south, it may just be some light snow at times. We'll see that snow getting progressively lighter throughout the afternoon and evening hours. Again, the bulk of the heavy snow will be during the morning and early afternoon hours. By the evening hours, the snow begins breaking up, but we'll still see some light to moderate snow taking place well into Wednesday evening. And even by Wednesday night into Thursday morning, we'll continue seeing some light snow shower activity in northwest Minnesota as that snow continues moving further east. It's not until early Thursday afternoon, in fact, that we basically into the threat of that falling snow altogether. So basically between Tuesday night and Thursday morning, that's when we'll see snowfall somewhere in our region. And again, for Wednesday morning, that's when that snow will be at its heaviest. How much snow are we looking at? Well, probably about 6+ inches of accumulation in the Northern Valley, like northeast North Dakota, the Northern Valley, and northwest Minnesota. The Fargo-Moorhead area will probably see around 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. So the further north you go, the more snow you end up seeing. And this is basically a wet snow, so it's going to definitely lead to some slick roads across much of our region. So let's split the snow accumulation up into like specific locations. Basically, if you're in, say, Grand Forks or Devil's Lake, you're going to get pounded with the snow. You're looking at about 7 inches of accumulation, maybe as much as 10 inches of accumulation. Langdon may see more snow still, somewhere between 8 to 12 inches of accumulation. Bemidji, 8 to 12 inches is also possible. So again, if you're in northeast North Dakota, the Northern Valley, or northwest Minnesota, you have a good chance of seeing that snow accumulation, of seeing the heaviest snow taking place. If you're in the Southern Valley, in the Central and Southern Valley, such as in Fargo, North Dakota, you're not going to see as much snow. Again, 1 to 3 inches of accumulation in Fargo versus 3 to 6 in Detroit Lakes. So again, the further north you go, the more snow you see. The further south you go, the less snow you see. But all of our region is likely to see some form of snow accumulation. And on top of that, we're looking at ice accumulation too. A few patches of ice in the Central Valley are likely with this system. Remember our first alert forecast, our hour-by-hour planner, that was basically showing some wintry mix and ice forming Tuesday evening. That's when we get our best opportunity to see that ice accumulation taking place. And again, it's likely in parts of central Minnesota and parts of our region too. All that is important because we're looking at strong winds too. Here's a look at a wind gust forecast to show you what I mean. Winds will pick up from the east late Tuesday morning, gusting above 30 miles per hour by late Tuesday morning. By noon, we're looking at wind gusts in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range. And by Tuesday evening, some areas may see gusts exceeding 40 miles per hour as indicated by this orange color, as indicated by this red color right here. So definitely something to keep in mind. Going to be very strong winds throughout Tuesday afternoon and evening. Even overnight, as that rain and mix transitions into snow, we'll still see wind gusts above 40 miles per hour at times. So you may get a blowing snow situation heading to Wednesday morning in parts of northwest Minnesota. Down south, where the snow will be a little lighter, we're still looking at wind gusts exceeding 30 miles per hour heading into your Wednesday morning and afternoon commute. So while Wednesday will not be as windy as Tuesday, we're still looking at wind gusts above 30 miles per hour, and therefore there will be some pockets of blowing snow and low visibility on top of the fact that we're just dealing with some heavy to moderate snowfall throughout much of Wednesday. It's not until Wednesday evening and overnight that the winds end up dying down. So basically that blowing snow threat would be greatest during the morning and afternoon hours, but by late Wednesday evening, the winds will end up dying down, and the threat of blowing snow begins to weaken in the process. Now, luckily, before we deal with this winter system, tonight's not looking bad. This is the calm before the storm, if you will. Tonight is the calm before the storm. We're looking at a mix of clouds by midnight, both in Fargo and in Grand Forks. Temperatures will be in the upper 20s to low 30s by midnight, and by, the overnight hours, we're looking at cloud cover across our region, partly to mostly cloudy sky across the region. There is a small chance of some patchy fog developing in the Northern Valley, but thanks to increasing winds, that risk is small, and overall visibility will be good for your Tuesday morning commute. So that is the good news. And more good news, we're looking at mild temperatures tomorrow. We'll see morning lows in the upper 20s in the Northern Valley, mid 30s in the Southern Valley, climbing into the upper 30s in the northern areas and low to mid 40s in the southern areas, which is why we're initially starting out as rain with our precipitation before we transition into snow Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So let's recap everything. And also before we recap everything, Wednesday afternoon will be colder with afternoon temperatures only getting into the low 30s. That's why we're anticipating snow on Wednesday afternoon, is because we'll be right around the freezing point. So let's recap everything. Tonight, looking good. Just increasing cloud cover, otherwise mild and quiet. However, Tuesday, we get that increasing rain and precipitation, starting as rain in the south, and then it starts transitioning into wintry mix and snow as we head into Tuesday evening, and then overnight into Wednesday, it transitions fully into snow. We get that changeover, we get that blowing snow, that heavy snow and tough travel in the process, and lingering snow and travel and wintry impacts even continue into Thursday as well. So basically the next 48 to 72 hours are going to be a little busy. Make sure to keep the VNL First Alert Weather app on hand as we First Alert track this system. I'm going to get off of here, but I will be back on Valley News Live at 9, and Russ will be back on Valley News Live at 10. And you can also get the latest updates on the VNL First Alert Weather app, so be sure to tune in to the VNL First Alert Weather app. Make sure to have that ready for tomorrow as we First Alert track this upcoming winter system. But yeah, just to recap everything, we're First Alert tracking this winter system that will slide into the northern plains throughout Tuesday and Wednesday, bringing strong winds along with rain and mix at first on Tuesday, and then that heavy snow on Wednesday, which is going to lead to slick roads, low visibility, all kinds of travel impacts, especially in northeast North Dakota, the Northern Valley, and northwest Minnesota, where the snow is likely to be heaviest. But again, all of our region has the chance of seeing some snow accumulation, strong winds, and therefore some travel impacts. Like I said, I'm going to get off of here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful night.